Now, going over to the culture part of the podcast, you have a Bud Light Superbowl Tyler Kelce video winner is, well, Dylan Mulvaney. Now, I don't know how much you can really trust Mr. Tyler Kelce. A lot of people are ridiculing him online for being I believe the youth call it a sellout, pushing multiple products, basically just get paid and just looking inauthentic. I don't know how much you can really trust him. He doesn't even spell his name right. And his name is Tyler Kelce. And it's spelled K-E-L. Not only does he have two first names, which are suspicious enough, but his name is spelled K-E-L-C-E. I don't know about that. That's almost as ridiculous as someone being named Topping. Oh, wait. Nevertheless. Now, going to the actual video from Bud Light, and again, this is from their ex-Twitter profile, and as youth might say, what's the opposite of going viral? It went sluggish. Not very good. Now, they have a little text before they have this rudimentary video of, what is this? Some sports balls team. They have a KC on it. I don't think this, interestingly enough, he does not own the team, to be clear. The team's name is KC on the helmet. Now, the text before the actual video says, cheers to, oh, geez Louise. So, they hashtag two people. Let's pull them up here. And we'll have to give Bud Light a modicum of credit. Granted, not much, but they actually did successfully tag Tyler Kelce in their social media post. A couple weeks ago, they were talking about some sports balls player. I believe it was Emmett. But nevertheless, they didn't tag him, which, again, if it's a sports ball enthusiast or sports ball, Hall of Famer who has a big following on X Twitter, if you have modicum of intelligence, you're going to tag them so that their audience can see it as well. Or in that case, you would tag them so that their audience can be disappointed and humiliated by seeing them in a Bud Light commercial. Now, it looks like they tagged George Kittle, who looks like he's standing next to a bear in his profile picture. Well, this is disappointing. It looks like he's a fellow University of Iowa alumni, and now he's on the San Francisco 49ers. Going from Iowa to San Francisco? Oh, a little disappointing. And then they also did, again, tag Mr. Tyler, wrong name, Kelce. Let me pull up his profile. Oh, touchscreens. Tyler Kelce has 1.1 million followers, going quite viral. I believe most people know him for just being stuck or trapped, or some might debate dating. Was that a country gal, or allegedly country gal, Taylor Swift, who is in no way related to the Swiffer company with the actual kitchen gear. A marketing idea, I can't believe there's not a brand endorsement yet. I mean, that's just leaving money on the table. Of all the times to have a brand endorsement, that seems like an easy money. Just Swift, I mean, it writes itself, folks. But again, we know some marketing companies, they don't want to go all out with the creativity. Now, getting back to this original one, they say, cheers, hashtag George Kittle and Tyler Kelce, Super Bowl 57 or 8, whatever it is, isn't ready for you? What? See you in Vegas, we'll bring the beers. Interesting. So they're insinuating the Super Bowl game is not ready for these gentlemen. Are they still setting up the stadium? I thought the Sports Balls event of the year was in February. So it should be, I guess, around the corner in a week or two. We'll see you in Vegas. We'll bring the beer. Well, that's not much incentive. Are they trying to tell them not to come to the game? Right? Yeah. If someone told you, we're going to have a party, we'll have Bud Light here, would that incentivize you to accelerate your pace of walking or driving to the party? Or would you subsequently drive in the opposite direction? Those are fair questions to ask. Now, it looks like this is only about 15 seconds long. It's not too bad. So we'll play what they appear to be a video of them. Oh, geez Louise. They don't know volume control, so that was way up. So they say the Super Bowl rematch you've been waiting for, which I don't think anyone is waiting for this. I mean, who's in the Super Bowl this year? The San Francisco 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I think everyone's just surprised the Patriots aren't in there. Granted, I know Tom Brady isn't playing the sports balls anymore, but they say everyone is waiting for this, but have we? Have they? I don't think so. I mean, I only know the San Francisco 49ers because they're sponsored, or their stadium is brand sponsored by Levi Strauss, which is a use case at the time for Aruba Networks, which I used to work for back in the day. So I know of sports balls sometimes. All right, so this is allegedly the game we've been waiting for. Cheers, Kittle and Kelce. again, spelled wrong. Doing some type of sports ball hand gestures. I don't know what that means in the sports balls arena. They say, see you in Vegas. Oh, he spiked the ball. That's original. I never saw that before. We might have to save this video for highlights later. Oh, they do wrap up the video with a big logo of Bud Light. And yet they still didn't go all out. Oh, they have 1 second, maybe. No, they didn't. I still expect them, again, for how much money Bud Light is paying to be the official beer of the Sports Balls event of the century in the league. Or not century, the year. Let's be honest, no one's going to remember this in 18 months. But nevertheless, why wouldn't they have it spelled out? Because some people do need it spelled out. Be like, the official beer of the NFL. Or, in this case, the teams. Well, they offer all the teams. But perhaps I'm alone with this assessment. Maybe everyone in the comments is exuberantly happy. They're inspired to go buy some beer because this sports balls game is coming and they can't. I mean, I suppose I don't know how many people would enjoy it sober. You pretty much, I would guess you have to be inebriated to enjoy the game unless you own the game, own the sports balls team, and you're thoroughly invested in the company. But nevertheless, let's go down into the comments. And again, I took the statistics 24 hours after it was posted. So they had plenty of time to brew, pun moderately intended. This got 7,391 views and only 88 likes, which means not even the people who work at Anheuser-Busch InBev liked the post, which is kind of funny in and of itself. First response, and it only got 17 responses. And of course, if we do click the button, or if we look around, we do see that there's a button for a super secret comment that Bud Light doesn't want us to see. Obviously, we're going to click that button and see what it is. Now, the first actual comment comes from Scott S., who looks like, I'm guessing, an alcoholic, allegedly. And he says, stocked and ready. And it looks like, I don't know if this is a personal bar, if he's at a bar, but there's a, maybe it is personal. It is what looks like a bar, and inside the fridge below the bar, there is cans of Bud Light next to Diet Coke and Monster Energy. All equally as delicious. Haha, that was a joke. They're all disgusting beyond all belief. And looks like he says stocked and ready. Now, Bud Light responded, they can't spell. They said, let's go. There's only one O in go. Though perhaps if you have the thought of Bud Light on your mind, you would want to emphasize going away from it. And you might want to be bombastically saying go. But Bud Light didn't like this response. So they responded, but they didn't like it. Pathetic. They couldn't even take the 1/1000th of a second to like this person's response for being nice enough to say something nice about Bud Light. That's a rare thing, you remember. Not a lot of people are saying that these days. Yet they couldn't take 1/1000th of a second. You know what? I bet the people in this video are more awesome as well as better acclimated with technology to take that 1/1000th of a second, because I bet you will like this video. Perhaps. Probably. Maybe. Statistically speaking, more than 2 people will. Let's see if we can, I don't know if that's the average. But nevertheless, if you like this video, I would appreciate it. Now again, Bud Light just said, let's go, and let's go to this person's profile. Because again, I don't know if he's working at a bar or if he has a mini bar at home. There's also hard liquor on the top of the bar. He has some type of bastardized Mandalorian helmet with red painted on it. So I'm guessing he's a fan of sports balls. So go to Scott's profile. He's been on X Twitter since 2009, so it's not like a new profile overnight. He has 48 followers. His name, the actual hashtag, is LegendaryAZ. Interesting. Although, if you're truly legendary, are you taking time to tweet pictures of Bud Light? No, obviously not. The picture of him is, I'm guessing, his kid dressed up as San Francisco 49ers sports ball apparel, which some may allege child abuse because of the losing factor of the team. Almost if I can't imagine someone actually dressing up a child in a Chicago Bears uniform. I mean, you're just programming the child to be a disappointment from day one. But nevertheless, the background picture looks like to be him standing in front of a Super Bowl sign. And he is a proud dad of 5 boys. There you go, doing something right. And 49ers faithful. Although he doesn't even live in the city, which is kind of funny. He's in Arizona. But nevertheless, he's still faithful to that mediocre team. But nevertheless, going in his profile, scrolling through, might have to print this out. It is real. So he's actually, he's only moderately mentally vacuous. I had to scroll a little bit, but then yes, he just wants free stuff. He also supports Marvel and Disney because he wants to win that stuff. He retweets everything for Bud Light. But he does have authentic, like real pictures of, his life and some, well, I don't want to say high level commentary, but some moderately original comments. Lillian wants a free Bluey Xbox. So someone who wants he does want a lot of free crap, but he does seem to have a modicum of independent thought. Not a lot, but I'll be interested. I'm fascinated. The first comment is actually of a real person. Now going back to the Bud Light, let's see here. C. Mills says, quote, not an apology. That got 0 likes, interestingly enough. Let's see here. This person has to be a sad person. Wait a minute. Joshua Mason replied saying, quote, I drove 1,200 miles to Kansas City to get this. I'm in Maine, on little parentheses, and I can't think of a better excuse to open them up. So he drove all the way, I guess, hopefully he's going to be attending the game. There's a picture of just a 24-pack of beer. And I don't want to say he's mentally vacuous, but he did spend money on beer with the Kansas Chiefs logo plastered on it, which does show the marketing brilliance of some brand endorsements and licensing agreements. He has emotional attachment to buy this product because his sports balls brand is plastered all over it. Which, I'm not saying he should have an IQ test or we should question if he has the ability to drive to 1,200 miles given that level of intellect, but that is interesting. And Bud Light did respond, and they did like it. So Bud Light are finally becoming perhaps less inebriated as they interact with folks. So Bud Light responded saying, it's time, and it looks like someone did like his post. A couple gifs of the San Francisco 49ers. And then we get to the real responses, aka the ones that have more than 1 or 0 likes. Now, one comes from Democrat Airhead, and interesting enough, F for marketing, his hashtag or his symbol is Biden Lemming. Yet the profile picture is not of a lemming or Biden or anything at all. It's just in letter A, which of all the letters of the alphabet, I would presume he would have used letter D or something. But nevertheless, he did respond with a GIF, and it is of Dylan Mulvaney in all pink, dressed up as a girl with pink, heart-shaped glasses, standing next to some might say a groomer, a teacher who encourages children not to talk to their parents and to instead talk to them when it comes to sexual questions. Some might call that alarmingly and concerning. I think 12 people might say no, and that would be even concerning in and of itself. Again, anyone who tries to sever the connection between children and their parents, probably a big red flag. Well, that's not the color they would use, but nevertheless, that got 4 likes, and thus far is one of the top ones. Rob Fila responded with a GIF, or you might say a GIF, of Dylan Mulvaney dressed up as Audrey Hepburn, and there's a picture of Dylan Mulvaney opening the can of Bud Light with a smile as awkward as Ron DeSantis or myself. It'd be a rough contest, but it's in that realm. That did get 2 likes. P2 Hair Tortoiseshell, I don't know what that is, but nevertheless they said, quote, screw your trans fluid, unquote. They got 1 like. Now, let's see here. Dave M says, quote, you bring the beers, but no one will drink them except groomers, unquote. That got 6 likes. Let's see. Dr. Souza Tashani says, quote, save your money. You are irrelevant, and no one wants to see whatever BS the public are idiots campaign you cooked up, unquote. They got 6 likes. Dr. Suska again said, quote, the only way to win people back is if your SB campaign apologizes to the American people, admits your faults, and says you don't support woke. But you won't. Instead, you insult our intelligence with Clydesdales, American flags, and bullshit. Fake, 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 fake. Unquote. Quite a lot of fakes. That could get 6 likes. This person also retweeted a GIF of just the word spelled out, gay, flashing all over the screen. That got 5 likes. DT says, quote, I would rather drink my own urine than Bud Light, unquote. That got 5 likes and is accompanied by a GIF of what looks to be a beer fizzing on the table, which, talk about an awkward would you rather question. That would be a debate in and of itself if you were to bring that question up during the night. Let's see here. There's a little warning sign. Show responses that may be offensive. Of course, bonus responses rather. Let's see here. Old Charlie Dog responded, ain't no one want trans beer. Now, grammatical errors aside, I was going to say no, someone liked it, but they didn't. Because again, by that grammar, that means they do want it. Again, a double negative is important, and grammar does matter, folks. let's see, CPC 2023 had a picture of a photoshopped can of Bud Light with the word on top of the logo, again, the iconic blue can saying training fluid. That got 4 likes. And then if we go to the very top of the post, there's that little big button that says, show the ones that Bud Light is hiding themselves. Of course, we're going to click that button, see what they're really hiding. And it is a picture of, I forget what government official, but it is CPAC 2023, or CPC 2023 posted it, and it is the picture of the government official being serviced in the government building, and the person behind the person being serviced is holding a Bud Light aluminum can. Perhaps we should just be thankful that they're showing us the can in the hand and not where it presumably ended up. But nevertheless, that did not get any likes. It got 22 views, though, before it was a super hidden by Bud Light. So they're paying this Tyler Kelce more money than we could possibly fathom. Probably a year's American salary and per second of video, something ridiculously high in terms of price. And yet, the number one subject of all the responses are Dylan Mulvaney, who they did pay $185,000 for, I believe, 2 pictures and a video of Dylan consuming the product, having the iconic can, celebrating 365 days of womanhood, which, in terms of business history, marketing history, that's the most expensive, perhaps most valuable product or future museum piece in marketing history. Again, in one fiscal quarter, they lost $400 million in sales because of that marketing campaign, which, again, let me know in the comments. I've been a book nerd or business nerd ever since I was a youth, and throughout all the books I've read, I haven't heard of a single marketing campaign that resulted in a more negative effect to the business and the brand than the Bud Light Business Blunder of the Year last year, where they hired Dylan Mulvaney to be their brand ambassador or whatever you want to choose. And again, a lot of the comments keep bringing up the fact that you're giving money to a person whose average audience member on their platform, which Dylan's main platform is TikTok, is under 21 years old. So it's illegal to buy the product for the people they're paying someone to advertise a product whose average consumer or average viewer can't consume the product. So it really didn't make any business sense. So it'll be interesting to see, culturally speaking, I mean, the sales aren't rebounding. And in terms of the cultural backlash and the social media, I mean, they're not letting up, especially for the Bud Light specific brand on social media. We've seen a little bit of acquiesce on other brands that they own, such as Budweiser, Michelob Ultra, which again, all the individual handles on X Twitter. You see a little bit less negative responses to the comments, but they're still there. So it'll be interesting to see as we get off to the new year, as Bud Light continues to spend more money, will they score a touchdown, or perhaps more likely than not, just continue to throw, as youth might say, interceptions or get sacked? As always, it'll be fascinating to hear what you have to say, but as I always say, also, time shall tell. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, by the end of February, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers, so if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback on how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.